And now we have naming hydrocarbons part 3. So now we're going to be talking about alkenes and alkynes. So if you look at your reference table, you'll see that alkenes follow the formula CN to the H2N. If you remember, alkanes were CnH2n plus 2. Now alkynes follow CnH2n minus 2. Now here's the thing with alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes will have at least one double bond. Alkynes have one triple bond. So here I have an example of an alkene, a very easy example here. And I wrote the formula underneath so you can see how it matches up. Okay, C2, N is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, and this is the structure. So how do I name this? Well, the same way I would name an alkane. It's very, very easy if we have something so simple. Okay, I count my carbons, 1, 2. So I know that means I'm using the eth prefix. Okay, but instead of ane, I'm going with ene. So this is simply ethene. Okay, now if I come over here to the alkyne, it's the same idea. Okay, instead of using ane or ene, I'm using ine. So again, I wrote the formula here to see how it matches up. N is 2, 2n, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2 is 2. So here it is. Here's the structure. And this is ethine. Okay, again, the eth because I have 1, 2 carbons. So that's the simple, easy explanation between the naming. And it should be very easy to distinguish between these. Okay, but there is a little bit more complexity to it. How do I know where the double bond is if I have a longer chain? So here I have something a little bit different. Okay, now before we've always counted the carbon chain, and we're still going to count the carbon chain here as I have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. I need that just to name it in the beginning, the basis of it, right? So 4, that means I'm using the but, okay, prefix. And I have a double bond, so this is going to be butene. Now, this is butene, but there is something that I have to distinguish about it, and is where is this double bond? Because this double bond could be here, or it could be here. And that actually changes something about butene. So where is it? Well, for this, we count the bonds between the carbons. So this would be bond 1. And again, just like before, we want the double bond to be at the smallest number if possible. So this would be 1, this would be 2, and this would be 3. So this would be 1 butene. 2 butene would be if that double bond was here instead. Okay, now let's take a look at something a little bit different. Now I have an alkyne, and again, 4 carbons, so this is going to be butyne. But here the triple bond is at the 1, 2, 2 spot. Okay, now again, I still name this based on 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, but there's 3 bonds between the carbons. That's what I'm naming, or I'm numbering here, so that I can see that the triple bond is at the second carbon to carbon bond. So this becomes 2 butyne. Okay, so I have 1 butene and 2 butyne. All right, so let's do some questions on that, and we will continue on with organic as we go further.